The story begins with an intriguing scene. An elderly woman is shown in the bathroom, looking restless. However, something feels off. She is dressed like a teenager. Is this truly the grandmother, or has someone, or something, taken her form? This mysterious opening immediately captures the audience's curiosity and sets the tone for the narrative. The plot then shifts focus to the grandmother's son-in-law, a man who runs a small academy. Unfortunately, he is forced to shut down the business due to his inability to manage it properly. Tensions rise as a confrontation unfolds between the son-in-law and another individual, someone who appears to have taken over the academy. The grandmother steps in to diffuse the conflict, offering wise and empathetic words. Don't blame others for your failures. Let karma take care of it. As the story progresses, the grandmother, her child, and her grandchild are seen walking together, discussing the challenges they face. The central issue revolves around the grandmother's daughter, who is the wife of the struggling son-in-law. She is portrayed as a hard-working woman, tirelessly earning money without taking any breaks to ensure the family's survival. Tragically, while she is diligently working, her husband is caught up in the despair of his failed business. A deeply emotional moment arises when the grandson expresses his fears about what might happen to his father. This moment highlights not only financial struggles but also the complex dynamics of family roles and responsibilities. Imagine the emotional toll on a woman who works tirelessly to support her family, only to face judgment and pressure from those closest to her. The story paints a vivid picture of how women often carry the dual burden of being the primary earners and the emotional backbone of their families. It challenges societal norms and provokes thought about fairness and shared responsibility within a family. As the family walks and discusses their troubles, the issue they've been dreading suddenly materializes. Out of nowhere, the wife, Ban Ji-suk, appears behind them and asks sharply, "Is something going on?" Her unexpected entrance startles all three of them, and their comically shocked expressions are bound to make viewers laugh. But this surprise is just the beginning. Would you like to know what problem truly lies ahead for the grandson, or more specifically, the son of Ban Ji-suk and Choi Min-sok? Here's the reality. Like most mothers, Ban Ji-suk dreams of her child excelling in academics. She signs him up for countless courses, math, science, you name it, hoping he'll secure a bright future. However, Choi Ha-na, her son, has a very different passion. He loves music. Whenever he's playing his guitar or tapping out rhythms, you can see the joy on his face. He's not just dabbling, music is his world. To help you get to know the characters better, let's introduce the main players in this tale. Oh Mal-soon, the wise and witty grandmother who often holds the family together. Choi Min-sok, her son-in-law, a man with entrepreneurial dreams but a streak of mismanagement. Ban Ji-suk, the hard-working mother who shoulders the family's financial burdens while juggling her dreams for her child's success. Choi Ha-na, the musically inclined grandson who struggles to find support for his true passion. The clash of values between Ban Ji-suk and Choi Ha-na sets the stage for yet another layer of family tension. While Ji-suk sees academic success as a necessity, Ha-na feels stifled by expectations that don't align with his identity. This dynamic explores a universal theme: the gap between generations, their dreams, and the struggle to reconcile them. As the story unfolds, it masterfully balances humor, drama, and heart. Whether it's through the grandmother's insightful wisdom, Min-sok's comedic failures, Ji-suk's relentless determination, or Ha-na's quiet rebellion, the narrative pulls us into their world. We're left rooting for each character, hoping they find their way through life's complexities while staying true to themselves. Because the title of this drama is Who Is She?, the plot takes an intriguing turn when the main male lead, a dashing CEO of the rapidly rising entertainment company, Unis, enters the picture. Unis is a powerhouse in the entertainment industry, and it's clear the CEO has big plans. Early in the morning, his office is abuzz with commotion. The focus of the chaos? A mysterious figure named Emily. Despite her prominent mention, no one seems to know much about her, including the CEO's own assistant. Suspiciously, the CEO brought Emily all the way from America and placed her at the center of a major project. My instinct tells me that Emily is the key to the mystery, and who is she? Why else would the title hint at such an enigmatic character? The assistant's visible concern about Emily, someone they know almost nothing about, only adds to the intrigue. It becomes apparent that Emily is linked to a highly anticipated launch by unis. The project revolves around a new group called Element, whose debut has been hyped endlessly by the public. This group is positioned as the company's next big success, a game changer for unis that could cement its place at the top of the entertainment industry. But here's where things get interesting. People are investing heavily in unis, banking on the success of this project. Yet the outcome is far from certain. Element hasn't debuted, and there's no guarantee the group will resonate with audiences as expected. The public, investors, and even the CEO himself are relying on little more than hope, anticipation, and carefully crafted marketing. Isn't it fascinating how businesses take such bold leaps of faith? Millions, if not billions, are poured into ventures like this, based on nothing more than an assumption that it might become a massive hit. And at the center of it all is Emily, a figure shrouded in mystery. Who is she? Why did the CEO trust her enough to make her the linchpin of his ambitious plans? As the drama unfolds, we're drawn deeper into this enigma. The story promises not just answers to these questions but a roller coaster of emotions, conflicts, and revelations. With its mix of suspense, ambition, and human complexity, this drama hooks viewers and keeps them guessing. Who is Emily, really? And why does she matter so much? The grandmother and her granddaughter are seen practicing singing together in a karaoke room. It's unclear who needs the practice more, both seem to be struggling. The grandmother, in particular, feels deeply saddened. Her sorrow isn't rooted in her aging appearance or wrinkles but in the realization that she can no longer sing the way she used to. Her voice, once capable of hitting high notes beautifully, now falters. It's a poignant reminder of how some achievements in life can't be replicated as time passes. Her emotions resonate with anyone who has experienced the bittersweet acknowledgement of aging. The grandmother's inner thoughts seem to echo as if directed at the viewer. One day, when you're older, you won't be able to do what you can now. Writing as effortlessly as this, for example. So, enjoy the present. Let yourself be who you are, yes, even if you're a little overweight. What matters is savoring your successes while you can. Family dynamics and communication issues. This scene ties into the broader theme of family dynamics and the importance of communication. It highlights how unresolved expectations and unspoken responsibilities can strain relationships. In this story, the son-in-law feels like a failure after losing his academy. Yet, beneath his frustration, there's an unspoken burden, the pressure to meet his family's expectations as the primary breadwinner. Despite his struggles, he hasn't openly expressed the support he needs. The daughter, his wife, works tirelessly without taking a break. She shoulders the financial and emotional burdens of the family, but her efforts often go unnoticed or underappreciated, leaving her feeling undervalued. The grandmother watches all of this unfold. She understands that the root of their conflicts isn't just financial struggles or business failures, it's the lack of honest communication about expectations, hopes, and responsibilities. The underlying message, this moment in the story underscores a universal truth. Much of the conflict within families doesn't stem from surface-level issues like money or failed ventures. Instead, it arises from unspoken expectations. Every family member carries certain hopes for the others, but when these expectations aren't openly discussed, they become invisible burdens that weigh down relationships and lead to misunderstandings. The karaoke scene, while seemingly lighthearted, symbolizes the gap between generations, emotions, and aspirations within the family. It's a reminder that understanding and empathy can bridge these gaps, if only they can find the courage to voice their thoughts and listen to one another. The grandmother feels a bittersweet joy, realizing that her granddaughter is the only one who genuinely cares for her. Her daughter, on the other hand, seems distant and indifferent. This dynamic leads the granddaughter, Choi Ha-na, to quip, "I sometimes wonder if my mom is really your daughter. Maybe dad is your child instead." Her words are laced with humor but also reveal the underlying fear and respect they have for Ban Ji-suk, the mother. Her strict demeanor and intimidating presence make her hard to approach. Ha now begins to wonder about her mother's life outside the family. What is mom like at work? She muses. She probably doesn't have any friends there either. Little does Hana know, her mother is a completely different person at the office. Ban Ji-suk, or as her colleagues call her, Nona Ban, is a respected leader. She commands authority but is surprisingly understanding with her subordinates. A deeper issue begins to unfold between Oh Mal-soon, the grandmother, and her daughter, Ban Ji-suk. Upon returning home, Ban Ji-suk brings up a subject that has long been left unresolved, the identity of her father. She pointedly asks her mother about her father's death and burial site. To her dismay, Mal soon admits she doesn't know the exact details. This revelation hints that future conflicts or mysteries may arise surrounding Ban Ji-suk's father, adding another layer of intrigue to the family dynamic. The husband's dilemma. Later, in their bedroom, Ban Ji-suk's husband, Choi Min-sok, musters the courage to discuss his failing academy. He hesitates to admit the full extent of his struggles but tentatively suggests, "What if I close the academy?" His wife's reaction, however, offers little reassurance. Instead of sympathy, Ban Ji-suk's sharp and pragmatic demeanor surfaces. Her expression seems to say, "You promised when you started this that in 5 years, you'd pay off our debts and buy a house as big as my mother's. What now?" Her response underscores her no-nonsense attitude and high expectations, which only intensified Choi Min-sok's feelings of failure. The changing dynamics of gender roles. This scene also highlights a shift in family dynamics. Ban Ji-suk, as the primary breadwinner, appears to embody traits traditionally associated with leadership and authority, traits that her husband struggles to match. Her dominance in both the workplace and at home creates tension, especially as her husband wrestles with his role. This is what happens when a wife works, the narration observes. Her testosterone levels rise beyond the usual, and her nurturing instincts diminish. While this statement may feel exaggerated, it speaks to the challenges of balancing power and emotional connection in modern relationships. The challenges of communication. The scene ends with a crucial reminder: communication is essential but far from easy. Both partners carry burdens they hesitate to share, fearing judgment or rejection. The failure to communicate exacerbates their struggles, leaving unresolved issues to fester. This moment encapsulates a central theme of the story. Transparency and honesty are necessary in any relationship, but they require courage and empathy. Miscommunication, or the lack of communication, can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and fractured bonds. In a family fraught with expectations, secrets, and unsaid words, the path to resolution will not be straightforward. The question remains: can they navigate their struggles and reconnect as a family?